I've received hundreds, maybe thousands of comments demanding I redo my Baby Yeti video now that I'm a higher level, as you guys claim that it's super powerful, and the reason being is that you can survive without switching off your high damage armor set. So the crazy thing to do would be to get a level 1 Baby Yeti pet, and level it all the way up spending tens of millions of coins just to make this video. So that's exactly what I did. Leave a like if you enjoy, and be sure to subscribe. Every YouTuber asks for it, but honestly, it helps me out as a creator a ton. We just got the YouTube rank on Hypixel, and I have some fun videos planned, so you don't want to miss those. Now, let's spend all of our coins. Today, I've got with me a level 1 legendary Baby Yeti pet, and a lot of plans. So today, I'm going to be going into dungeons with this Baby Yeti pet, and we're going to be testing it out, seeing if it's actually any good, because, well, last time I kind of reviewed this Baby Yeti pet, I wasn't really completely prepared for this. So I've done some preparations for this video, and as you can see, we have two items that we'll be using. The first one is, since obviously using a level 1 Baby Yeti pet is not going to be good, we're going to be leveling it up all the way to whatever 10 ultimate carrot candies give. Now these give 1 million pet XP each, which is really, really nice. And hopefully we're going to get this pet to around level 80, so it's actually going to be useful. And then we'll be using our, of course, Necrotic Shadow Assassin armor. This is going to be your standard left-click mage build, and we're going to see if Baby Yeti is any good for a standard left-click mage build. So here we go. I guess we're just going to go over, okay, he's level 56 now. Okay. And we're pretty much going to use all of these candies right here. He's level 83, 84, 86, 87, look at that. And of course, we're also going to add the Dwarf Turtle Shellmet. This means we will take no knockback from this pet once we're using it. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and hide the pets. And now we can check out its stats. So we'll be getting 87% of our strength as defense. And this is going to be huge since we're going to have a lot of strength, especially since we have Paul's special blessing buff right now where we get, I believe, 25% bonus blessings. Yeah, 25% stronger. And we're going to be testing this out to see just how much or how little damage we're going to be taking over in a floor 6 run. So I'll be using this pet for the majority of the run, and of course we're going to give it its fairest and best chance. We will also go ahead and purchase a level 6 dungeon potion and hop into a party. So let's see, are there any good parties we can do? So here we go, we've just spawned in a floor 6 run right now, and we have drinking our potion. We're going to do this. I'm going to hold my sword, and you can see that we have 2600 defense on the bottom right and 4500 health. We get a total EHP of 125,000, which is about 30,000 more than I usually get with my dragon. I'll go ahead, hold on, let's slay this frozen adventure real quick first. No ice spray wand, unfortunately, but if we switch over to our dragon, we get 96,000 EHP, and with the Yeti, we get 126,000, so we're looking at exactly 30,000 to more EHP with the Yeti. The problem with the Yeti is we won't actually have as much crit chance, but fortunately, you know, Yeti isn't supposed to be dealing damage. We're not supposed to be dealing tons and tons of damage. It's just a kind of a pet to help us survive when we're taking a lot of true damage or just a lot of regular damage. I guess it won't help too much with true damage, obviously, but it'll give us a great amount of defense, meaning the pretty much goal is to not have to switch over to my Necromancer Lord set during the Terracotta phase of the boss. If I'm able to do this, that would be really, really nice, and would allow me to just be able to sell that set and, you know, play a little bit safer and not having to worry about swapping armor every single time. I mean, I guess you could either swap armor or swap pets, but we're going to be dealing okay, let's not die. We're going to be dealing way more damage in our Shadow Assassin set than in our weak Necromancer Lord mix and match set that I've been using to survive. So usually I've been saying that the Blue Whale pet is really good for surviving, and that's only the case if you have things like, you know, a ton of raw HP, like if you're using Giant Necromancer Lord or if you're using Mastiff. But obviously, you won't be dealing any damage in that armor. So we need to figure out a way to survive in our good damaging set. And this is where Baby Yeti will come into play and help us out just that little bit more in surviving. Bro, this party is actually kind of awesome. Shoutouts to everyone right here in this list. Shoutouts to everyone in this party. They're absolutely crushing it this dungeon while I'm sitting here running around testing the Yeti and stuff. They're absolutely crushing it. So something I will say is that I always die. If I was in my Shadow Assassin armor, I would get destroyed by the Terracottas in a matter of just a second or two. So if we're able to survive the entire Terracotta phase, then this is just going to be extremely overpowered. Another note is I do not have a Flower of Truth on me. And the Flower of Truth gives a ton of strength. And the problem I have with that is if you're using the Mage class, the ability of Flower of Truth just doesn't work. It does 0 or sometimes it does 1 damage. And obviously that's not going to help us very much. But we could technically use it as a way of lifestealing. So if we're not able to survive here, we might try getting a Flower of Truth just to hold for the extra strength. But right now we have 1600 strength, which means we're getting about 12 or 1300 defense. We can see our EHP is 180,000 now, which isn't terrible, especially considered we haven't done like any of these puzzles yet. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to clean up these puzzles, and I'll meet you all in the boss room. Alright, we are ready to go into the boss, so we'll go ahead and show you that we now have 347,000 EHP. So now we're going to switch over to our Baby Yeti. Looks like, are they going to do the golems first? No, they're not. Please don't. Okay, we're doing the golems first. So I'm still doing 6 mil or 600,000 to the golems. What are they doing? Bruh. Okay, no, I'm doing 6 mil to the golems. Alright. Well, I don't know what this guy's doing. He's kind of not doing this the way I would hope. Please don't whack me, golems. Okay, there we go. Now we're actually dealing damage. Okay. So this is the moment of truth. Are we going to be able to survive while actually holding the Baby Yeti out? We're not going to take any knockback. So fingers crossed this works and everything goes to plan. We still can put some levels on this Yeti, which is nice. But in theory, we're going to be able to survive if I just sit here with the Overflux. We won't take too much damage. I'm going to try to get a little bit more in combat. And just kind of click. So I can stay back, try to get some lifesteal. Looks like we're not taking too much damage, actually. We're going down a little bit, but it's nothing dramatic. It's definitely about the same survivability as my other set, if not better. So it looks like we are able just to chill. I think the key is definitely having that Dwarf Turtle Shelmet to make sure you're not taking weird knockback and you're able to land your lifesteal hits. And keep things just going to plan. I also think it helps to have a really, really nice party with you, which is what we've got. But overall, we're taking no damage. This is really nice. I will say 100%. This is very, very nice. But you do need a lot of strength. If I actually show you how much strength I have, we have 2,500 strength. I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you have 2,500 or more. I mean, you could probably get away with less, let's be honest, but overall, I think this is actually really, really helpful. So if you're someone who's playing Archer, Berserker, or even left-click Mage, if you're using an armor like Shadow Assassin or something that gives a good amount of strength, you're going to be able to make full use of the Baby Yeti pet and use it to deal good damage to things like the golems and bosses and stuff, while also not taking any damage, since this is obviously going to be way better than the low damage output you'll be having with something like Whale and Necromancer Lord. But you definitely need the setup for this. So it looks like we have taken no damage at all. And I could swap back to the dragon because I'll deal more damage with the dragon, but obviously, just for the sake of this video, I want to see how much damage I do. So normally I do about 1.1 mil. Okay, well, clearly we're doing a lot of damage, so I won't be able to tell too normally how much damage. If I guess I could switch to dragon just to show how much damage we're actually dealing. Let me find one that's weak. Okay, so we're dealing about 20 to 30% more damage with the dragon. But I mean, we're still dealing, 2 million damage to these golems with the Yeti, which is still, it's more than you really ever need. But of course, you could just pet swap during this part and just use the Baby Yeti for the Terracotta phase if you're having trouble there. So here we go. Here's the last phase of the boss. I assume he's not going to last long, but we're trying to see. We're getting this about the same amount of damage. 2.6 to 3 mil damage off of Sidon, and he's toast. Check that out. A perfect 317 score. Fuming Potato Book in this chest. Doesn't look like that's going to be worth much. That's not very good. I want to see what's inside this. Combo isn't really that good. Wisdom is okay. Oh, and then our free chest is going to be Infinite Quiver. So, nothing good from our chests, unfortunately, but it does look like the Baby Yeti pet is actually really, really good. So, in conclusion, if you're playing a class that involves using Shadow Assassin armor for maximum damage, such as left-click Mage, Archer, Berserker, anything that's pretty much using a really high strength set is going to make extremely good use of the Baby Yeti pet, since it will make you survive much better. The one downside to it is, well, it's a fishing pet, which is kind of annoying to level up. But again, you can spend about 13 million coins for the 10 ultimate candies, which will get it to instantly level 87. And then basically level 88. You can look at that, it's basically level 88. So that's just about it. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, drop a like down below. I would suggest start kind of saving up for Yeti if this is one of the armor sets you are using, since the amount of defense it gives you per strength will help you out a little bit more for these high damaging sets than something like a Blue Whale where you're going to have low damage. So that's just about it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care.